All right, man. Let's be honest. Something's wrong with NXT, and we all know what it is. It's triple fraud. But Sean, you gotta stop listening to Hunter. You really do. But shout out to Wrestling in Color podcast. I'm gonna tag her in this video, by the way, because she showed me love in my last video. So I'm gonna go ahead and react to her video just to see what does she got to say about NXT. And also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, here's a screenshot right here. FYI, this is about last week at NXT Gold Rush. So just wanted to let you know. So in case you get confused, this is from last week with Gold Rush. So let's go ahead and get her review on NXT. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. What's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know I made a backup account on Instagram, so scan the QR code so that way you can follow back. Also, follow me on Twitter. Also, follow me on Instagram. I do have another account you can follow on there as well, and you can scan the QR code for that. So anytime I make a video, make sure you guys check the bio so that way you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for both accounts for Instagram and also for Twitter page. So I appreciate the support. Thank you guys for looking. Let's get to the video.
Hey, cousins. I want to talk about NXT. I watched the latest episode, and I want to explain why I feel like at this point something is missing or something got broken. And it's between Paul Leviskay, Lee Fitting, Road Dogg, Jesse James, and all of them. I'm not even going to blame Shawn Michaels, because when Shawn Michaels was running 2.0, I feel like that was more Shawn Michaels than what we got right now, because something broke on NXT. It's not even watchable. I can't even sit and watch the goddamn show. I pushed through because I really wanted to understand what the fuck is turning me off. NXT, I hear the number one, age ain't got nothing to do with nothing. NXT is a developmental brand. Evolve is a developmental brand. I don't give a fuck how old these people are. Okay? NXT is there to help these people learn the Fed system and the way that they run things. And that's it. I don't really care to hear people talking about they too old to be down there. There is no age outside of hip-hop where age is always a problem. You're too old to be rapping. You're too old to be wrestling. Meanwhile, everyone's old that's rapping and wrestling. And the youngins got to come up and learn from the seasoned ones. Okay? So I don't care if Trick Williams is in his early 30s. I don't care Obafemi. First of all, Obafemi's like 26. I don't care about Ricky Starks being, 35, 30. I don't care about none of that. I just want good, decent storylines, entertainment, and cute little wrestling here and there. That's all I'm looking for. So the whole conversation about age needs to end. I think it's weird, bizarre, and stupid. They gotta learn. Okay? It's like if I went back to school in my 30s and got my educations and stuff, and didn't pick up my stride till probably my late 30s, early 40s. So for someone to sit here and say that you got to be a certain age to get stuff done is a bunch of bullshit. It goes against biology, and it does not make any sense. I'm tired of hearing the conversation. Okay? Do people need to be called up in NXT? Yeah. Do they need to be called up right now? No. There's nothing for them. It has nothing to do with their age. And to be honest with you, I think that the Fed system of developmental is broken. It's broken because these people are not winning titles. They don't know how to conduct business without the title. They're not holding on to anything long enough to really hone their character development. And then they get on the main roster and something don't fucking click. Tony D'Angelo should have been on the main roster. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, I mean, he's been gone for a long time now, and they say he was on vacation, but I don't believe that. I really do think something is off with Tony, and I don't know when he's coming back, but it is kind of strange that they would have him gone for this long, and we don't know what's going on. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with him, but I don't think he's going to the main roster. Like, I just don't think so. I really don't know. I really don't know.
That's a conversation to have, because that shows you why the system is broken. And we're going to have that conversation too. We're going to have it. Just to let everybody know, the average age for an NXT wrestler is 28.4 years old. There. Damn near 30. Okay? And that's significantly younger than the average age for the main WWE and AEW rosters. The lower average age is consistent trend for NXT, which has maintained an average age of around 28.3 to 28.5 years old for the past few years. It's focusing on development and new and younger talent. If you think 28 is that damn young, then you got another thing coming. Them people pushing 30, okay? So everyone that's on NXT is right where the fuck they supposed to be. With that being said, I told you NXT WWE is 34.7 in 2024. 34.7 years old is the average age on the main roster. And in AEW, the average age is 35.7 years old. So everybody's where the fuck they supposed to be. And let's move on from the age conversation. Now, let's get back to this latest episode of NXT and why I just simply don't understand what the fuck is going on. I don't see how NXT is a separate brand when all three of the brands, the main ones, are bleeding into each other, and it's like one big run-on sentence. And I don't like it. So, it was Title Tuesday with the Gold Rush special, which means we got 4 title matches featuring NXT's stars, okay? Blake Monroe showed up and she had a match for her North American title against Sol Ruka. AAA mixed tag champs Chelsea Green and Ethan Page had their title against Thea Hale and Joe Hendry. NXT Tag Team Championships from the Hardy Boys and the Dark State, with challengers Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Tatum Paxley and JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like nothing that happened on this show. And I'm confused at what we're doing. And this is not putting nobody over. This is not progressing no character work. It's like watching fucking Raw or SmackDown.
I mean, yeah, it does feel like a little raw-ish and a little SmackDown-ish. No title changes except the main event. And honestly, I mean, shit. If you saw the way how people was going crazy on Twitter, they were not pleased. But people were putting the blame on Sean. But I try to explain on my last video that this is not all Sean. This is Triple H too. If you look at the credits, notice how it used to be Shawn Michaels above, Paul Levesque's name. Well, now it's Paul Levesque under Shawn Michaels. So now this is not under Shawn Michaels no more. This is under Paul. So he after that segment, he made it very clear that he made it very clear that Shawn Michaels is out the job for CCO of NXT. So now it's no longer a developmental brand, it's just another brand. So that's insane to me, but what you expect? What you expect? So I mean, look, I don't think the ratings is gonna go down, but I do think this is corny. But let's continue.
Let's talk about Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. Okay, both of them are Canadian. Both of them are down in AAA, which is a Mexican promotion. They are the intergender AAA Tag Team champions. And Chelsea Green is the United States champion, and Ethan Page is the North American champion, who doesn't even defend his title really on NXT TV. And Chelsea Green doesn't damn defend hers. She just got it back, but she ain't doing shit with it on main roster TV, okay?
I mean, yeah, I can't even remember who was Ethan Page's last opponent. I know he's from AAA, but it's like, or I think TNA or something. But Chelsea Green, I mean, the only people, my suggestion was to have her defend the title in NXT. But the way it's getting booked, it's like, who's booking these matches, Hunter or Sean? Because right now, I mean, I'm not going to sit, I don't want to sit here and say that everything is booked by Triple H in NXT, but because the ring work is still good, but the storytelling is like mid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's responsible for these two winning gold, but obviously it's getting them over at AAA and NXT. But when is Ethan Page is going to come to SmackDown and actually showcase? Right now, he's just there when they feel like having him there. So it's just like, to me, this is just ridiculous. I mean, them holding the belts for hostage definitely sounds like Triple H. Don't sound like Shawn, but it definitely sounds like Triple H. And honestly, it's only a matter of time when people actually like see that the CCO is not taken care of by Shawn. It's taken over by Hunter, and now it's the lack of creativity is there a little bit, but it's not there all the way, and that's the sad part about it. So now we really don't know who gonna take the belts from Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. But the main thing we don't want is that we don't want them to lose the belts to two people that we do not want. And I ain't gonna say the names, but just because I don't want to give no ideas, I would rather for them to lose the belts to Punk and AJ or Becky and Seth or Selena Vega, Aleister Black, you know what I'm saying? Like, or Trick Williams and Lash Legend, you know what I'm saying? Or Camilla Hayes and Kalani Jordan. But, right now, we already know what they're going to do. Like, we just hoping they don't do nothing stupid with those belts. But somebody got to take those belts. And right now, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are facing the same old people. Who are they facing? Laura Vice and Mr. Iguana. That's it. That's all they facing. They ain't facing nobody else. But are they going to take the belts? I don't know. But I'm amazed they haven't sent Laura Vice to SmackDown to have Damian Priest team up. But I think they're gonna have Rhea team up with Damian. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because Io Sky is still in the way. So we have to wait on that. But other than that, yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I didn't care too much for the match anyway, but I do think Thea Hall deserved better because I missed that grown-ass woman, gimmick. I didn't miss that. So to have her hook up with Joe Henry, I mean, I don't care as long as she's on TV. And that's all I care about because one thing I hate about Thea is that they ain't got nothing for her. I thought they were going to do something when she was in that ladder match, but unfortunately, that was a one-time deal. So now she's in a tag team with Joe Henry, and the only thing you could do right now is just hope it's entertaining. But right now, it's a little entertaining, but not too entertaining, So whatever. Let's continue. Let's continue with the video.
And I don't know what the fuck Alba Fi is just keeping a job and wasting fucking time.
Well, I was hoping maybe she would go independent and, team up with Ella Dawn and maybe we can get that, that duo that we were looking for. But however, she's in the AEW right now. So I don't know. But I would definitely love to see these two team up again. But we have to wait until she go independent. So I don't know when they're going to release her, but that seems to me like they're just going to focus on the people in NXT and WWE ID and evolve because I don't think they're gonna have anybody release from the main roster because they're afraid they're gonna go to AEW. But I would tell you what, when them contracts expire, I just hope Bailey do the right thing and don't re-sign that contract because, like I said, once it's expired, you get the fuck on. You don't stay. That's what I hope. But I know it's off topic. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, like anybody's contracts that expire next year, don't even resign, bro. Don't resign. Just get the fuck on and just leave. All right. Don't stay. Go. All right. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, let's continue.
Okay. They got a match, and it was Thea Hale and Joe Hendry. Thea Hale is the future. Thea Hale is probably the youngest person in all of WWE. She's 19, 20 years old. She's been signed to WWE for a significant amount of time, I believe. Hale is 22 years old, and she's been signed to WWE since she was 19, okay? Okay? Fresh out the womb. And if you want to go back and dig in the crates, there was a conversation about some porn and like a pimp trying to get her child. You need to go down there and read and listen to that.
Damn. 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 Well, I mean, I kind of expected that, but why do I feel like I know about that story and I ain't even watched any of her interviews? It's crazy.
Because that was some hot tea. Okay, it's cold tea now, but it was some hot tea. I think she should be more promoted and put somewhere better than she is now. They put her with Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's about 36, 37 years old. Okay, we already talked about Joe Hendry. Please go back and learn more about him because he is about to be the next Yeet-a-thon, the next mascot. So get ready for that. I don't think it was a good idea to put her with Joe Hendry. I think Thea Hale needs to be further than what she is. I think she could be carrying the North American title and doing more than what she's doing. I think she's being wasted. How many times is this girl just going to be pushed around and put stuff? She was in Chase University. She was like a cheerleader, really pumped and amped, and nothing comes of it. And that was in NXT 2.0. I thought she would be way further than she is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was really hoping she was going to get a push when she did that grown-ass woman gimmick. But once I found out she was going to face Nia Jax, I knew they were just playing with her at this point, like just something to throw in there. But I was happy that she was in the ladder match at Stand and Deliver. But ever since then, she's just been in the back. Last time we saw her doing something is when she was trying to be friends with Carmen Petrick and then also trying to be friends with Tatum. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And now, she's teaming with Joe Henry. I mean, she got to do something. Can't be standing around in the back doing nothing. But yeah, she should have definitely won the North American title. But I think the speed title would have been perfect for her. I just hate that she couldn't win that title because they gave it to Sol Ruka. I mean, I think Sol Ruka won that title enough. I mean, again, I am glad that she lost 2 belts. I mean, I'm glad she ain't got to walk around with it. But the problem is, we don't got no opponents for those belts, And now that Jesse Jane won it and Blake Moreau still have it, a.k.a. Maya May, who do you have? I mean, it's the same old people, And don't call up nobody from AEW because it's not even worth it, But I'm just glad that Thea Hale was able to get booked and Stand and Deliver. But what I'm not happy about is how she's getting booked lately. But if she's going to be with Joe Henry just to stay relevant, then so be it. But could have been better. Could have been better. But yeah, I just don't know where she will go. I mean, TNA, I don't know. Like, I mean, can she go to? Can I really see her in AEW? I don't know. Because you see, like, Kaden Carter is in Ring of Honor, so it's like, and she moving independently. So I don't know what the hell gonna do, you know. But she could do indies, but I don't know. I mean, I can't even tell you what her finisher move is. I think it's that chicken wing arm breaker side. You know, that's the only thing. Like, you know, like Brock Lesnar. Yeah, so something like that. But other than that, it's like, damn, you know, but whatever. Yeah, I wish she would have got that push. I wish she would have, but you know, I don't want to blame it on Sean. I'm gonna blame it on her because obviously he this is his yard now. Like what Roman Reigns used to say, where he was the big dog. You know, so yeah. Let's continue.
Either way, she got in the ring with Joe Hendry and losing to Chelsea Green and Ethan Page because they have to, I guess, defend their title somewhere. Yeah, it's fun. She does what Joe Hendry does. Okay, great. Great. I mean, what else? What else? I don't understand. I think it's just stagnant. She's stagnant in a developmental. I don't like it. Moving right along. Blake Monroe versus Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka is the future of WWE. She has been on the main roster. She has gotten really good feedback from the audience. He said that's his testing group. Why is this woman still fucking around down there? Has nothing to do with it. Sol Ruka is 26 years old. She is injury prone because she wrestles so hard and so dynamic. So she's injured. She hurt her ankle, whether it's, I don't even know if it's real or not, child. Anyway, she's in a tag team situation with Zara. Another future of the God damn it. Bad for the phone ringing. I am not re-recording this. So this is a live one take situation. Y'all already know how I get down. So anyway, Zarya, again, young upstart. She is also, like I was saying, someone that could really Zara, another young woman who's an upstart who actually is more of a failed experiment. She came up with Stephanie Vakea and Mother Gulia. She came up with them and basically has been put into a tag team with Sol Ruka, and essentially it's just like nothing really is happening with her. I'm gonna be honest with you. And Zara's a young one too. I want to say Zara is what 25, 26. Am I correct or what? 26 years old too. So these ladies should be way further than what they are. Zara should have been pushed as a beast since she's one of the last Mohegans out the big three that got signed in to NXT, but she's not.
It's the Paul Levesque era. I'm the gamer. Vida, are you ready for betrayal of Living Rhea, of Saruka, and Zara? Vida, NXT. All right, enough with that. But listen, I do see a betrayal coming, but however, no title is obviously not going to be investing. Because even if Zyra wins, what's it for? Even if Soruka wins, what's it for? Nothing. And that's the fucking problem. Like, the titles are on the wrong people, and we don't know what to do. Because what are we going to do now? Because both of them don't got no title, right? And so they're pretty much going to be fighting for air. And it's just like, what are we doing, bro? How is Jessie Jane marketing? How is, well, Maya May is marketing, but however, I just wonder, what do we do now? If there's no title on the line, what do you have? You know what I'm saying? All you could do is just tell a story. I mean, look, Liv and Rhea didn't have no title when they portray each other, but the fact that Soruka and Zyra have to portray each other with no title, it just makes no sense. But it does for this story because it just reminds me of Liv and Rhea. So obviously that's what we're gonna get, and that's what we're gonna end up with. And honestly, I'm very disappointed in that. But if it's just gonna blend in with that story, then fine. But I just hate the fact that there's no title on them. No title at all. But like I said, it's the Polovic era. I'm the gamer. Aura, you ready for some living Rhea, for Soruka and Zyra, Fina, NXT of two best friends and Betrayal. Y'all know the deal. All right, let's continue.
Anyway, she got thrown into a match with Blake Monroe. The story is here that Blake is having basically a duality, but Blake Monroe has Bailey's. She has Bailey's fucking persona or whatever Bailey was supposed to be doing with the two-faced situation. Okay? And they're actually making it look better than Blake Monroe. She just had like this whole cinematic type conversation with herself to let you know that she's going to be doing a duality, mentally unstable character, which is fine, great. Not too much different from her AEW character. And so Monroe, Zara and old girl, Soul Ruka. I just had a brain fart. I'm sorry. Zara and Soul Ruka are like have their own tension because everyone thinks Zara is going to turn on Soul Ruka or Soul Ruka is going to turn on Zara. But there's really no reason for them to turn on each other. Nothing's going on outside of them being losers.
Yeah, thanks to Hunter. Cause it's the Polovic era. I'm the gamer of Soruka and Zyra. Them losing no title Fina. Y'all know the deal. Let's continue.
So we get this match, whatever the case may be. She in there fucking up Soul Ruka's leg real bad. And you know what Zara does? She throws in the towel. Again, we're stuck in this perpetual Rocky Balboa story S line. Throw in the towel. For God's sakes. He's killing him. That was when Apollo was getting his ass whooped, and Apollo looked at Rocky and said, "Don't you throw in the towel," and he ended up dying. Okay, so I think that was Rocky 2. Or was it the Russian? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was either Rocky 2 or Rocky 4. Either way, I think it was Rocky 4 because he was helping Apollo and Rocky. He was helping Rocky in Rocky 3. Okay, so it was Rocky 4 where Apollo ended up getting killed in the ring and the towel got thrown in and it was too late. Okay, great. I'm over that. Monroe defeated Soul Ruka. I guess I don't know why this is compelling and why this is exciting. It's corny. I think Blake Monroe coming up should be the last person to be getting the push that she's getting. I do not see the appeal of Blake Monroe. I don't see it. But she's getting character development while Soul Ruka and Zarya are not.
Well, I've been saying for months that what they should have done was that they should have put the NXT Women's title on Blake Monroe, aka Maya May, and then have Soruka still as champion, and then we would have had Soruka versus Zyra for the belt. But now, what are they fighting for? They're pretty much fighting for air at this point, while Blake Monroe just walking around with the belt. But you know what they could do is they could do a triple threat match where we have Blake Monroe, Soruka, Zyra, and they fighting for that belt. Now, they could do that. But the question is Zyra going to take the belt? I don't even think so. Because, again, unless Blake Monroe is going to take the NXT title, I can't see her losing that belt. And she just won it, too. So, I don't know. Like, they could do that. Like I said, I'm going to mention it in my short clips, too. But if they could just do a triple threat match with Sol Ruka and Zyra for the North American title, because Blake is kind of involved in this, because she is kind of the one that started it. So it's like, not all the way, but I'm just saying she kind of like put some type of fuel into it. So if they could do a triple threat match for that, it'll still be for the belt. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna add two best friends included, but Blake might get the advantage. You know what I'm saying? But I do hope that they do a triple threat match. I really hope so. But even though I don't know if Zyra's gonna take the belt, still it'll be good if she dropped the belt to Zyra, and that way she can go after the NXT Women's title. But because Shawn Michaels is not in leadership like people keep saying he is, I don't think that's going to happen. And that's sad. It really is. But if we can get a triple threat match, hey, it's still included, but damn. But let's continue.
Okay. Jordan Grace has a new look. She's wearing these big Coke bottle grandma glasses, I guess. I don't even understand what the fuck she got going on. Jordan Grace is another person that should be already holding a title. What's happening here?
No, I think I know why Jordan Grace does not have no push or no title. And again, this is just a rumor. But I think the reason why Jordan Grace is not getting no title is because her husband is black. And one thing about the white man is that he gets jealous when he see their daughters messing around with another race. And even though they're married, I don't think the white man is cool with that. And it's crazy because they're pushing Liv and Dom to be together because, of course, you got a white Mexican teaming up with a white woman. And you're pretending to be a couple. But the crazy thing is that Dom is 100% Mexican. It's just he looks white. And that's the reason why they're pushing him, because he looks white. And they don't want to admit it, but secretly it's because he looks white. Okay, I'm sorry to say it. He looks white. And that's the reason why they're pushing him to be with Liv, because they want a white couple so bad that they'll choose Dom to be the white boy of the relationship. And since Jordan Grace is not married to a white man, it's one of the reasons why allegedly I think I snapped that her married to a black man is one of the reasons why she's not getting a push or no title, which is sad. They look at Jordan like she's black and they know that she's never going back. So they just say, hey, you love black men. We don't. So, we got nothing for you. Very sad. It really is. But, hey, it's the Paul Levesque era. I'm the gamer. I don't like Jordan Grace, cause she's with a black man, she likes chocolate, I prefer vanilla. Vina. You're not getting no pusher. You're not getting no title, because you're with the nigga. Allegedly, I think I snapped. But yeah, man, I think that's the reason, man. If it ain't that reason, then I don't know. But I think that's the reason. But let's continue with the video. Pray for Jordan Grace, man. She deserves better.
Ava has a job, and when Ava was on my TV to announce that John Cena will appear next week for the Iron Survivor participants that he's going to choose, I literally was going to pass the fuck out. Ava should not be working. I don't understand. No, I do understand. Her daddy is Dwayne Johnson. This is the question of meritocracy that John Cena was talking about. It's bullshit.
And not only that, why is every time a babyface do something, she always want to punish them? but she never punished the heels. Like it's just like is Ava a heel or something? Like why is every time they do something she want to punish them? It's just like damn, like just like, that shit crazy, man. Like I don't understand it. I really don't. But again, I don't have a problem with Ava as a manager, but I just feel like she side with the heels too much, and it's just ridiculous, man. You know, it's kind of like what because with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, like they both like one thing about Adam and Nick is that they're when it comes to Liv Morgan, they don't stand up for themselves. They don't, and neither is everyone else. And it's just like, dog, I can't keep going with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to stand up for yourself, but you won't do it because you don't know how to lead, and it's mainly because of the directors in the back. So it's like this shit is just irritating as fuck, and I don't understand how people are still watching WWE at this point. I don't know why, but people don't want to let go. So, but salute to Ava. I mean, I don't got no issue with Ava. I mean, I just question her leadership as a manager. That's it. But that's my only thing. That's all. That's like the only thing I have a concern is why is every time a babyface do something you gotta punish them or check them or get at them. It's just like, dog. I don't know what role she is. I really don't. But let's continue.
Okay. I hate it. I hate it. Moving right along, Dark State versus Leon Slade and Javon Evans. We already know Javon Evans is the future. I'm not even about to even sit here and have a conversation about it. We're not about to argue about it. I don't care. It is what it is. The guy is money written all over him. He goes to the main roster. Is going to be, I don't know, anything other than him having a belt and running roughshod is going to be just what I think it is. He will never beat the allegations if you fuck up someone like Javon Evans. Javon Evans is 21 years old, okay? He is right where he's supposed to be, and his progression is fantastic. Still a little bit more mic work. If I had to critique, we still got to pull that mic work together. But for the most part, I have no issue with Javon Evans. This young guy, Leon Slater, who's the TNA X Division champion, I believe, him and Javon are in a tag team. I just because they friends and it's fun. That's really from what I gather. Dark State at one point, I don't know if they're still doing this, but that Cutler, who is so devoid of any kind of charisma, he has a running joke where he makes everything gay. That's really it. They get into a match, okay? The last time they fought was against the system and Dark State or whatever, the Hardys and whoop de whoop de whoop. Either way, Dark State defeated Evans and Slater. I don't know what exactly is supposed to be going on here. I don't know. But Tavion Heights and Jason Briggs are in a whole fight. Jason Briggs sucks.
Well, I don't think he sucked. I think he's just getting started. And I am digging that outfit that he got on. Pause. Like I need to buy me some of them clothes, like that hoodie and that vest. Shit, I might need to find me a store that sell those clothes. Josh know how to dress, man. But he dressed like one of us. You know what I mean? Like when we go out, we'll dress like that. You know what I mean? Especially we go to work. Especially if we go to work. So nah, Josh be going to work. That bra was lit. I ain't gonna lie. I like that bra. Even the one when they were backstage, like that shit was cold. That was cold. Shout out to Josh Briggs, man. I hope he get a title.
Tavion Heights has been around um since Lash Legend Jakara, and they was the four. What was they the what was the name of their team? I completely forgot, y'all. But he has no progression either. Tavion Heights seems like a great guy and an exciting baby face. He almost reminds me of another Carlito. I feel like I've seen Tavion Heights multiple times in WWE in different iterations. No character development. Josh Briggs is just big and lumbers and has nothing to offer.
Well, I will tell you this: Tavion has been improving, especially with his promos. I really do hope that. I know they're gonna have a match, but I'm just saying I really hope that Tavion gets some more title shots. But the thing is, Tavion should be facing Ethan Page one more time just to get the belt. But you know, but again, it's the Paul Levesque era, and that's one of the reasons why we're probably never going to get anybody to take the belt unless it's someone that's approved by Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But that's why I hope that Miles Bourne take the belt off of Ricky Saints. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, hopefully, Miles will be the new champion. And then while, Ricky Saints go to the main roster, which if they will allow him to come to the main roster, I think they should because Cody's there, Punk's there, Jade's there, so go there, and because we already know Obafemi and Trick Williams ain't going, and that's just because it's the Paul Levesque era. And that's the reason. But shout out to Tavion Heights and Josh Briggs. Hopefully they'll get something, but we'll see. But let's continue.
Okay. That's what I got. That's all I got. I don't care for it. I was not interested in nothing that was going on. To be completely honest with you. Tatum Paxley and JC Jane. Tatum Paxley and JC Jane. Let's talk about it. So my understanding of the story is Tatum Paxley has been wrapped up with the Cullen, okay? And Lyra and Tatum have a lot of history too with the dolls and Tatum and yes, Tatum was like obsessed with Lyra. Okay, I got it. JC Jane and her toxic attraction-esque situation, fatal influence. I hate what they are doing with them. The new girl who has taken Jasmine Nick's place is absolutely useless. And we have to talk about that. I'm going to need the cowgirl to go on her own and do her own thing. She has the look. She has a nice character. She has an individuality that she could push. She's like the male. She could be the male version of Adam Page, the Hangman. If you would push this woman outside of this awful stable. JC Jane does not have it. I don't know what was the point of putting the title on Tatum Paxley outside of she's a fan favorite and people just wanted to see it. For you to have her get turned on by old girl who's in the Cullen, okay, Izzy Dame, and she ended up getting rolled the fuck up and pinned up by JC Jane. The belt's back on JC Jane. No one's excited about this.
Yeah, man. And not only that, you ruined the story for Tatum and Izzy Dame because now they're pretty much going to be fighting for air, just like Soroka and Zyra. They're going to be fighting for air, no title on the line, unless you do a triple threat match. But what's the point? Because we all know Jesse Jane going to cheat, and that's just what it is. Now, if you do decide to give the belt to Izzy Dame, that's great. But it's like with the triple threat match I had with Blake Moreau and Soroka and Zyra. Is Zyra really going to take that belt from Blake Moreau knowing that Shawn Michaels is not in authority to change hands? And if that's the case, like I said, we're fucked because this is Raw all over again. This long-term storyline. Listen, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. All I know is that, and this is another thing I kind of wanted wrestling in color to report that CW is not really satisfied with the ratings, even though they do 500 to 700K a week. They don't care. They want that shit up to a meal, which is completely unnecessary when we know this is a developmental brand. So for them to just say, hey, we need a meal, it's like, dog, they're not gonna do SmackDown numbers. I'm sorry. Okay. The booking is not there. The storytelling is mid, And people don't watch NXT. They watch the main roster. Okay? Nobody's going to watch NXT just because it's a developmental brand, you know? And see, even C-Jack won't even watch it. Bobby Masood don't even watch it, you know? And the reason why they don't watch it is because it's not the main roster, you know? So, them asking for $1 million is not going to happen. I mean, asking for $900K, you tripping. Like, it's a developmental stage. Ain't nobody's going to pay attention to that. All right? The only reason why we watch NXT is because of Shawn Michaels. Now, it's the Paul Levesque era. You know, all because Triple H was jealous of Shawn Michaels' booking, and that's the reason why we're probably never going to get a new champion. And if we do, it's going to be a long wait. So, and that's going to make people not want to watch NXT after that. So, I don't think the numbers are going to get too low. I think it's going to do the same thing, like 500K here, 600K there, 700K there. But if they're asking for higher ratings, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not the main roster. It's not going to go there. And it's going to take years and months for SmackDown to go down to those numbers. It's going to take a while because, people don't care. They're glued to WWE. They don't care how trash it is. They just want to watch it, So, yeah, they ruin these storylines, man. And we all know who is responsible for it. It's the gamer. Because he's jealous of his best friend, Shawn Michaels. Vina. Man. And people still think that it's Shawn Michaels that's responsible, but in reality, it's Paul Levesque. Because he's jealous of Shawn Michaels. And that's why we're never going to get no... I mean... I'll say my thoughts at the end. I mean, the video is almost done, so let's let her finish.
Noah's excited about this. It was a short, probably 10 minutes, and that was it. It took all the air out of the audience. Okay? And I just don't like it. I don't like what was going on. I'm not interested. Nothing stood out. It was just on. Something is missing from NXT. It used to be when you had NXT Black and Gold, they had their thing. It was dark, it was brooding, it was rocking, rock and roll, grunge. It was Triple H's vision. NXT 2.0 was a fever dream. For 1 year, you actually got what NXT was supposed to be for 1 year. Colorful, young, youthful, fun. I really think from that point to probably the last, I'm going to just say for the last year, 2025, from that point to 2024 is where Shawn Michaels was cooking. Because what I'm watching right now is all Triple H. This show has Triple H, Paul Levesque written all over it, and he has fucked NXT up. Fucked it up. And Shawn Michaels just doing his job. Whatever was young, youthful, and exciting about NXT is completely gone. It's completely gone. This man is slowly turning this shit back into fucking independent wrestling, find who I like bullshit. That is what I don't like, and I cannot watch the show. It's very difficult to watch it. I pop in because I want to see where the fuck was Jada Parker, Lola Vice, your fan favorites. All of them should have touched the title, and they still haven't. They still haven't. I just want to talk about it. I don't know if this is a rant. I don't know what this is, but something got to give. NXT is ruined. It's ruined. You get in the comments and tell me NXT has people that popping it out. It's ruined. Go back, watch some of the segments, and tell me if I'm crazy. I'm not. I know what I watched. Get in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, I think people got to remember that skit because, like I said, When Triple H said, "What if I just take it back?" You should have known that he was going to take it back. And now look, everybody hasn't switched up their titles, and now you got CW going binoculars about the ratings and calling it lacks credibility. Damn. When I saw that on Twitter, the comment box was like, dang. And AEW fans was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, they deep frustrated with the way it handles the process communication and methodology behind its big data rollout. Well, y'all pause the video and read that, and you tell me, is NXT in big trouble? Because WrestleMania hasn't even reported it, but I guess it wasn't a big deal to him. But however, it is a big deal if CW having some issues with NXT and the ratings. But I'm like, well, listen, I mean, NXT is doing like 600K here and there. I don't see how's that a problem. 600K is not bad, but for some reason, I guess they want more. And it's just like what you wanted to get to, like 100K, or I mean, not 100K, 800K, like come on, man. Like, you're not, it's a developmental brand. Like I said, you're not going to be able to get it up to 900K. It's not that kind of brand. I mean, like I said, people are not going to watch a developmental brand, because nobody's willing to learn these stars. Nobody's willing to watch these stars. And at this point, there's not even any stars left. If you think about it, I mean, what stars do you have that should have been in the main roster by now? Trick Williams supposed to be over there. Obafemi's supposed to be over there. And now look, you know what I'm saying? So I hope we get some new stars, but at the end of the day, what's the point of signing new people if they're not going to be able to prosper? That's what I'm saying. There's no perseverance with WWE. So it's just like, what's the point of this? I'm telling you, man, like, he's playing with fire, bro. I mean, all that hard work, the grind, the mic work, the ring skill, where people come from, and when it comes down to respect, means a lot. As far as him taking over, he might as well just tear that motherfucker down, as far as I'm concerned, burn it down like Seth Rollins' own theme song, Yeah, that shit suck, man. Like, I don't know why Hunter keep playing these silly-ass games, bro, Like, this shit ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only way you could fix this is Sean, I'm going to just tell you this right now. You really need to stop listening to Hunter. You really do. But the problem is, if he stopped listening to him, you know what's going to happen? He's going to fire Sean. That's what he's going to do. He's going to fire Shawn Michaels. And once that happens, everybody's going to have mixed feelings about it. Like, one side is going to say, no, this ain't right. You shouldn't fire him. And another side is going to be like, I'm glad he got rid of him. He's sucking his job anyway. And some of them, like I said, some people going to say no, that they should never, no, because what's going to happen is Triple H is going to mess it up. He's already messing it up. Look, Jesse James champion, Blake Moreau still. Guys, wake up. Realize and think before you say something. All right? Jesse James is champion for no reason. Blake Moreau is North American champion, which he's supposed to be NXT Women's champion. Dark State are champions, and they have no rivals. Right? I keep saying over and over that Dark State should be in the main roster, tearing up shit. Imagine we get Dark State versus the Judgment Day. Imagine we get Dark State versus the Vision. Imagine we get Dark State versus the Bloodline. They will get over. Fuck NXT. Send them to the main roster and turn them into the Shield. They're already the Shield 2.0, so send them over there and have them tear shit up. I would love to see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed go at it with the Dark State. I would love to. But you won't send them over there. They keep beefing with the same old people when they could be facing somebody else. War Games, everybody that's facing in War Games, there are people we already seen fought already. So it's just like, what's the point, man? Like I said, I mean, look, I hope we get some change, but right now we can't see it. Some people are already saying they're not watching NXT, and the reason why is because of the results and the lack of title changes. I mean, I just found out, and this is a spoiler, by the way, that Fallon Henry is the new Speed champion. So I expected that, but the fact that you will face Zyra knowing that she's telling a story with Soruka is just bad business, bro. But like I said, triple threat match, if you can get that, I think we're good. And honestly, we need a triple threat match because you need to make this up. Same with Jessie Jane. Tatum Paxley deserves a rematch. And Izzy Dame deserves a title shot. So I think we need 2 triple threat matches for these titles to make up the loss. And that's what I hope for. As for Dark State, I don't know. I think they should face OTM. And that's why I say, because, ATM, ATM, like, they're in the back just walking it. They were just tearing up shit at one point, and then another minute, they like, in the back. And it's just like, no, bring them to the forefront. Have them face Dark State. Come on. Like I said, let's bring them to the forefront. And Javon Evans and, no, not Javon Evans. Well, yeah. We'll talk about him. Like Javon Evans and Leon, listen. They want to stay as a team, fine. Go ahead. Be a team. But I'd rather for Javon Evans to go after the North American title and take the belt off of Ethan Page. Like, seriously, take it off, please. Also, what's his name? Josh Briggs and Tavon Heights. Those two, I can't wait to see them face each other. It's going to be good. But I hope Miles Bourne, take the belt off for Ricky Saints. But we have to wait. But Olafemi, he need to face Omos. I want to see that. Bring Omos to NXT so we can get Olafemi versus Omos. Let's get that. So I'll just say this: the booking for the matches are good. Well, they're mid. But the storytelling is mid as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything right now at NXT is mid. But if Shawn Michaels keep this up, I think Triple H is going to fire him, and it's mainly because he set him up for failure. So if Triple H fire him, you got to deal with Triple H. And now the booking is trash, completely trash. Right now it's just 50-50. But imagine if Triple H take all the way over and Shawn Michaels get fired. Oh, now ain't nobody watching NXT now because it sucks. And at that point, there goes NXT. And I don't know what's going to happen to Evolve, but he doesn't want no stars developed. And now everybody that's in NXT, they're either going to go to the main roster or they're going to go independent. What the fuck we doing? So, but that's going to take some time, but I hope Sean say something, but right now he ain't saying nothing. So it's kind of sad. It really is, but yeah, guys, y'all heard it from the Queen. Triple H is taking over NXT partially, just because some things is still under Shawn Michaels' control, but not fully like it used to be. So, and you got to take a look at it yourself. It's done. Titles have been changed for the wrong way, and now we got to deal with this until something new comes up. But however, I'm still gonna watch NXT just because I don't know. I did tell myself I wasn't gonna watch it again, but after Tatum winning the belt, I'm like, well, I mean, we could continue to get new stars, but we still gotta wait. So I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it because I don't want to watch main roster. But y'all get in the comments box. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think? What you guys gonna? Well, what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Do you guys think NXT is over with, or do you guys think that it's still watchable? Are you still gonna watch NXT or are you not? Y'all comment down below. Let me know. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And when this video come out, it will come on the day that NXT start. So be aware of that. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Okay. I'm out.